What do you see at this point as the limits to the level of contribution that intermittent sources, renewable sources like solar and wind can play in the overall power mix? I think we've seen those numbers, sort of the ultimate penetration rising over time. But what in your view is kind of the top end of that in terms of overall renewables contribution?
My answer there, TJ, would be it depends. It would depend. Yeah. If you look at the technology today, I would tell you that the somewhere around 40% of renewable penetration without storage is where you begin to, I guess, maximize the efficiency and how you can use the amount of energy you have without using the energy for some kind of conversion product like hydrogen or. But the key to all this is, do we have a technology breakthrough with storage?
Right.
And so batteries, what can you do with batteries, or some, certainly hydro storage and the like, but it all comes down around storage. So I think ultimately the amount of penetration that your grid can withstand will be dependent upon our ability to safely and economically store the energy we produce when the sun's available.
What is the role that gas is likely to play out over the next couple of decades?
Yeah, this is a really interesting question, and it's interesting for a number of reasons. Primarily because it's changed so fast. I think my outlook on this has changed so fast. If I go back, maybe as little as 5 years ago, you think, what's the perfect fuel? And you might think natural gas.
Right.
Especially in this country, this country sits on oceans of natural gas, and we found ways to get it out economically and utilize it. I did not anticipate this change of the view of natural gas and the burning of natural gas coming on quite as fast as it has. And so now I would tell you that if you just look at what the view is of gas moving forward, is certainly not as positive as it was 5 years ago. Natural gas is needed for the conversion. I don't see how we get to net zero without natural gas, but mainly because of, again, there's no storage technology that can overcome the needs of filling in those gaps in your demand profile, and that can respond as fastly, that's as economical as gas generation. So I see some investments in gas will continue over the next number of years. I see gas will remain a part of the generating portfolio. I probably don't see gas as being the long-term solution like I once saw 5 years ago. I think that see a gradual phase out of gas.
Do you see oil majors as potential partners, emerging competitors, or both? And I guess I would add to that, or are they even on your radar? Because I think it definitely depends on the particular market that you're in.
Yeah. So it's an interesting question. Is it on my radar? I mean, yeah, it's on the radar. You don't have to read much to see that the large oil companies are looking into renewables and looking at their business models. Their business model is much different than our business model. So what I would tell you is, if I look out into the future at what an interaction with some of the major oil or gas companies would be, I could envision them being partners. I could envision them being competitors. I could envision them not interacting with us at all. I don't know. If you think about their technology, their technological strengths, if you were talking about offshore wind, who better to refer to than the folks that have been drilling oil offshore for decades now. So there's I think it would matter as to what the situation was and what we were trying to accomplish. We don't have any active plans to partner with an oil major. I don't know of any place that I'm competing with an oil major. I would welcome the opportunity to compete with the oil companies. I would welcome an opportunity, if it was advantageous for our customers, to partner with the oil companies.